right, arms up. And exhale, arms down. Arms up. And bend the knees. Step the feet in. Arms down. And we're going to reach down, face forward, chest forward. And other side, face forward, chest forward. Pop the heel, reach, and switch. Set both feet down. Pop the heel, bring it in. Set both feet down, tuck the pelvis. Pop the heels up. Hold it here, chest lifted, arms up, and reach. Fingertips, fingers are going to come together, and we're going to reach to the side, trying to keep ourselves nice and strong and tall. Other side. Through center. Heels down. Inhale. We're going to go to the side. Forward fold. Halfway up. And back down. We're going to come into a plank again. Now, if you need to come down on your knees for plank to feel like this is going to be safer for your body, that's totally fine. All I ask is that you keep your hips in line, so don't lift your hips up. Hold it here. We're just going to hold plank for a little bit, nice and strong. Long, 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 long neck. Long, long torso, straight arms for 5, 4, keep pulling in, keep lifting the chest, 3, 2, and 1. And we're gonna come down nice and slow. Once you get there, open the legs wider than a yoga mat, pull the low abdominals in, and you're gonna try and attempt to scoop the belly button up, 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 and in, pulling the core up and in, as though you could lift it off the mat. Hands are going to come out to the side, and we're going to actually do our cactus here. So lift the chest up just a little bit. Feet should be on the floor. And we pulse the arms back, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. 4 push-ups. You're welcome to move your hands wider if that feels better. I'm going to do them a little bit in between, and my goal is to keep my elbows back. Knee push-ups, keep your feet on the floor. Pull the core in, lift up in a straight line. And lift up in a straight line, elbows back. All right. Up and back. Tuck the tail, think long tail. Reach your tailbone to the back of the room. Extend the hands towards the front of the room. And take a moment here to think about fingertips and tailbone reaching away from each other, and see if you can find that length. Extend one hand, palm to the ceiling, straighten the elbow, and we pulse it up. Keep the arm nice and straight. Try not to twist the chest open with the arm. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Palm faces the ceiling. Elbow is as straight as you can make it, and we're going to pulse that arm up. Without opening the chest, you're going to keep both nipples pointing down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Slide up and roll the shoulders back. And back. And back. And back. And now we're going to come into our downward dog. So find your position on the mat however you need to. Tuck the toes and straighten the legs. From here, let's take a moment. Walk the calves out a little bit. Your calves might be a little bit tight from yesterday. Extend the left leg. And we're going to do kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 8 this time. 6, 7, 8. I counted that really weird. Hold this one up. All right, open the hip. Flex the foot and get it as high as you can get it. And then keeping it flexed, bring it in, hold the flex, and then step it down. And we're just going to do a little moment here, coming up Holding. A little bit of yoga for a moment. Breathe. Exhale, hands back down to the floor. Bring the foot back into plank. And back to downward dog. Extend the other leg 8 kicks. 1, keep the hips forward. 2, I'll try not to count it too weird this time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now hold it up. Flex the foot. Open it up. See how high you can get that leg. Doesn't matter what you need to do to your hips. Just really get the leg up and then keep it flexed. Knee to nose. Step the foot down. Take a moment, rock it back and forth. Come up onto the knee, square the hips. And this time, we're gonna step this foot in. Forward fold, grab your elbows, and just let your head hang for a moment. A little shake. One hand behind the knee, other hand behind the knee. And then straighten as much as you feel comfortable. Whatever feels good. Long, 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 long torso. Slide the hands down to the floor. And we're going to sit up, but we're going to keep our butt exactly where it is. So you're not going to straighten your legs at all. Sitting up. Arms come out to the side. Pelvis tuck. Arms overhead. And pulse it back. 10, 9, 8, 7. Good times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing up. FYI, that is probably feet out. One of my least favorite exercises, but it's good for you. Inhale, float the arms out. Exhale, float the arms in. Tall, pelvis tucked, and now we reach. Same thing, face forward, chest forward, and then we pull up gracefully and slowly. And face forward, chest forward. Gracefully, we pull up slowly, and now pop the heel. And you're going to reach with the chest and the hand into center. Other side. Reach with the chest, reach with the hand. Bring it in. And now both heels pop, but don't lift the chest. Chest is lifted. And now straighten everything. Extend. Intertwine the fingers, interlace the fingers. Press the hands to the ceiling, tuck the pelvis, squeeze the legs, keep those knees turned out. This is going to fire up the butt in a different way, and we tilt. And up. Other side. All right, heels down. And we're going to take a slow plie down. If you're not comfortable with that, please come down to a kneeling position. And we're going to do some arm floats out. And in. Out. And up. Inhale, exhale, arms come in. The other way. In. And up. Out. And down. One more time. In. Up. Out and down. Bring the knees in and come down to your kneeling position. All right, so a couple shoulder rolls. Back and back. We're going to go into our tabletop position. Here we go. Remember what I said yesterday about not doing a cat-cow here? You're going to keep your back completely flat. Shoulders above wrists, and we're going to do our scapular push-ups. This is where we're not letting our back arch at all. We're keeping our back completely flat. So not rounding and arching like a cat-cow, keeping it nice and flat. 5, keep those elbows straight, please. 4, long neck, don't drop the head. 3, relax the face. 2, and 1. Sit back, make fists. Arms are going to be completely straight as we circle. So working on the wrist mobility. And now we're going to do big circles around us. Let your chest open up as we circle back and down. And now we're going to have the wrist circles the other way, a little faster, and arm circles the other way. And shake it out. All right. in the kneeling position or seated, whatever you feel comfortable with, palms to the floor. And we're going to do our elbow rotations. Elbows forward and back, and forward and back, and forward and back. And we're going to lift it an inch off the ground. The hands, the fingers are going to stay pointing forward. Without bending the elbows, keep those elbows straight. Back, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up and down. Up and down. Back down. Rotating those elbows. Last time, keep it floating up. Fingers stay forward. And now, palms are going to stay down, and we're going to have our elbows bent slightly. So think about the shining light coming out from your forearm, from the palm of your hand. And don't let it shine anywhere except down. Now out a little bit. Keep the rotation going. Keep the chest lifted. A little bit of a bend in the elbow. Not too much. A little wider with the arm. All right, so now our arms are out wide. Keep those palms down. Double time. And we're going to do a static hold here in a moment. So we're going to try and hold the elbows up with the shoulders staying down. The end of this phrase. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it up. 1. Elbows up, shoulders up. Inhale, elbows stay up, shoulders come down. Fun. Elbows up, shoulders down. And your arms might be a little tired from yesterday. We did a lot of arm stuff. Elbows up, shoulders down. Relax the face. You don't have to smile, but try not to hold your mouth too tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just a couple more shoulder rollbacks. Rollbacks. Okay. All right. So now would be the time to grab your blocks. We're going to do our shoulder rollbacks. And if you want, you can do this with blocks to work on your isolation, or you can just pretend your blocks are there. Here we go. Rolling back. 2, 3. Float the hands off the block. 1, 2, 3. Hands back on the block. 1, 2, 3. Hands up. One more time through the whole thing. Hands back on the block. All right, hug yourself and round. Bring it back, hands on the block, and we're going to roll forward, starting with the shoulder forward. Forward. Now here, watch out for the chest moving with the shoulders. That has a tendency to happen when we're doing shoulders rolling forward. Here we go. Hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands down. One more time. Hands up. Hands back down. All right, hug yourself. And put the blocks to the side. You'll be using them again very shortly. Tuck the toes. And we're going to come into our wide leg position. We're going to be doing our tilts. So with this one in particular, I want you to think about there being a magnet on this side of your chest, and it wants to go that way, and vice versa when we're on this side. So we're going to bring the arm up. All your focus is here. Reach, 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 reach. So think of that magnet pulling your chest that way. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. 1. Hold it there. Send your opposing heel down into the floor and feel a connection from here all the way up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Other side, bring it over. Magnet, pull, 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 pull. Try not to lift this heel up. You don't want to make it an external movement. You want to make sure it's coming from your serratus, coming from, which is some of the muscles on the side of your body, a muscle, coming from the intercostal, which is the muscles between your ribs. 3, 2, hold, 1. Hold it there. Now set that heel and push the heel. Feel the extension. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle it out. Other way. So we're just going through a cat-cow standing. No, that wouldn't be a cat-cow. This would be around the world standing. So full body circle. Just a few more. All right, shake it out. Okay, so let's talk about our pectoral muscles. So this time, you don't have to use a chair. I'm gonna pretend I have a chair, but you're welcome to use the chair if you would like. We're gonna squeeze by pushing our hand down into the chair. So if I had a chair there, I'd be pushing into it. Push, 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 push. Push. Keep going. Push. Always coming through neutral. Nipple to bicep, not bicep to nipple. 5, 4, 3. Use that chair if you have it. 2, 1. All right, check it out. All right, pelvis tuck. So this time we're going to do it without the block. We're going to have our hands behind our back. Pelvis is nice and tucked. And we're going to think squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Palms facing back. Chest lifts and lifts. Up, 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 up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up. 1. Hold it up. Hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Whew. Push against your legs. Lift the chest. Up, up, up. Now hold that for a moment on the 1 and then roll down. Think about rolling the spine against the wall behind you if you had one. So I recommend, and then release the push against the legs right there. Push against the legs to engage the back muscles to lift the chest. Release right there. Push. If you can do this against a wall, it's a really, really, really great way. So if you watch, if I had a wall right up against my back, my tailbone, I would come in front and then I would try to lay my spine down the wall. Now what we don't want is we don't want to come so far back that we feel like we're rocking our weight back. We want to stay in front and roll down. Push against the fronts of the knees, lift it up, and roll down. And if you want to try that with your rows, so those elbows coming back and releasing, up and down, double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn a little bit forward, up, roll it down. Roll up, roll up. Don't forget to breathe. And don't just go. So you want to make sure that you're not hyperventilating. But now we're going to go twice as fast. Here you really can depend on that undulation for your breath. 3, 2, 1, roll down. Switch legs. And we're going to go the other way. Down to up. Put your hand on your chest. Now lift the chest up. Hold it up as high as you can. Up, 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 up. From there, you're going to hold it there and not drop it until the 3. Tuck the lower abdominals. Tuck the upper abdominals. Drop the chest and lift the chest. Tuck, tuck, drop the chest, here, lift, 1, 2, drop 3, lift 4, 1, 2, drop the chest. 3, lift. 4, twice as fast. 1, 2, drop the chest, lift. Tuck, tuck, drop, lift. Three, 2, 1. And forward fold. All right, coming up, this time we're gonna do our lunges a little differently. So I'm gonna start in a higher up lunge. We're gonna square our hips, tuck the pelvis, and little bounces. Okay, so the difference between, I want you to watch my back, this, where my back is arched, and pulling my knee in and tucking my pelvis, keeping the tuck in your low abdominals, and then squeezing the back butt. This is going to be just as effective as a warm-up tool as the lunges we were doing on the ground yesterday. This is a different way to really get it going. Make sure you're not in front of that front knee. Stack the knee, or in front of that foot. Make sure you're stacking the knee directly above the foot. Arms up. 10, 9, 8, no leaning forward. Try to stay right above. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And set the feet out. Toes are pointed out. And we're just going to shift the weight side to side. All right, other direction. Tuck the toe. Really important here that you work to tuck that pelvis. Keep the hips squared. The more your hips are squared, the more we hit that geometric shape. Squeeze the back butt, tuck the pelvis. Feel nice openness here, and bounce. Chest is directly above the hip. So you don't want to be doing this or this. You want to stay right over top. Keep the hip squared. Don't drop this hip. Don't let it sit down. Don't let it be lazy. Keep it tall. Arms up. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. You got this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it out. All right. Some hips side to side. Okay, time for squats. Coming down, we're going to keep that butt lower than our chest, so you're not here. Also, you don't want to be here. So think about sitting the booty low. I'll go kind of sideways so you can really see. And press the knees out with the elbows. Bounce. Arms out. Flat back, here we go. Woo! Don't round here. Keep it tall. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. All right, hands on the fronts of the legs. Roll it up. Okay, so I want you to get to this position. Today, I'm not going to do it on a block. However, I would like you to use the block if you feel like you really need it. Crazy. We're going to bring our feet together, and then you're going to try and get them as wide as you can. Squeeze. And you're going to bring them in. If you're on a carpet, this is not going to do very good. So just do your best. Bring them out and in. We're going to do 5 more. Out, in. Out. Squeezing the outside butt when you get there. Out, in, out. Here's the last one. Hold it open. Hold it open. And then from here, we're going to do a little chest circle and then a bigger chest circle, and see if you can tilt your pelvis forward when you come down. Other way. Little chest circle. Big chest circle. Little chest circle. Big chest circle. Little chest circle. Big chest circle. All right, arms up, inhale. And you're gonna bring your hand to one side, and you're gonna slide down a little bit, and then you're gonna push your hand away and reach the chest like a magnet away from the tilt. And up. Slide your hand on the inside of the leg, other arm comes up, slide it down, and now you're gonna push that hand into the ground and reach the chest away from the tilt like a magnet. And up. All right, time for one of my most least favorite things, but so good for you. So you're gonna squeeze the quadricep and try to lift the heel off the ground. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but that's the goal. Squeeze, so you try to get that heel off the ground. Whew. On a good day, I can get my heels off. On a bad day, it's not gonna happen. And now hold that squeeze. This should be hard. Hands on either side, we're gonna lift the leg 4 times. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're gonna take a moment, because you'll probably have a little cramp. Other side, squeeze the quad. Try to lift the heel. Squeeze, 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 squeeze and hold. Keep that heel up, we're gonna lift it 4 times. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always, 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 always. Okay, here we go. So let's do our glute squeezes. And again, the more you can tilt forward, the better this is going to access your glute muscles. Let's do both to start. 5, 6, 7, and squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. So what I was filming today, May, one of my dear friends and dancer in Heaven, we're filming some stuff for my subscription service, which is coming out in January. And that's, I think it's like 10 hours of instruction a month. And it's all pre-recorded, and you have access to it whenever you want. That's what we're working on. And we're working on a little jingle right now. Tommy from Beats Antique is making a song for the website. It's just so exciting. Okay, both butts. Both butts. Both butts. Now we're going to alternate butts. Now, right now, we're going to squeeze, and we're going to do our locking kind, which means when you squeeze, you're going to hold, and you're going to wait until the next contraction. This is not just something we do with our glutes. We can also do this with other isolations. This is a locking concept. Keep the chest lifted. Really try to make that lock sharp and strong, and hold and wait until you switch double time. We're gonna do some fun stuff with shimmies today. We're gonna go over 3/4 shimmies today and do some 3/4 shimmy drills, which are my favorite. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now we're gonna do our popping or our pulsing. We're gonna squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Trying to release the muscle as quickly as possible. This is another concept that can be applied to other parts of the body. It's not just for your glutes or your shimmies. Double time, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Almost there. Okay, so the last thing that we're gonna do in this position is we're gonna work on our 3/4 timing. So we're gonna go squeeze, 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 and let's actually do our locking one, so you'll hold until the next isolation. 1, 2, 3. So 3/4 timing. It is exactly what it sounds like. You're gonna do 3 movements on 4 beats. So you're gonna hold the last one, which means it's gonna alternate downbeat. Sometimes the right butt is the downbeat, sometimes the left butt is the downbeat. So right, left, 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 right. 3/4 timing. try it twice as fast. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. Keep it going. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. And you want to hold, actually we'll hold the glute in position, so you'll keep the glute squeezed until you switch to the next one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze and hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze and hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze and hold. Last one, squeeze, squeeze and hold. And release. All right, tuck the tailbone around. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. And we're gonna work on our single glute squeezes. So we're gonna come into this position, 1 foot behind, and we're going to squeeze this glute. And this will be our popping or pulsing. And again, we're going to try and sit over it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you want to lean forward, the only thing I want you to avoid is if you feel like your hip's getting kicked forward again, that's a sign that you're using your back. And we want to keep it in the glute muscle. Just a few more, staying tall, breathing. And switch sides. All right, nice and tall. Here we go. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Staying nice and tall. Keeping the chest nice and lifted. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Just one more round. 5, 6, 7, and squeeze, squeeze. Five, 6, 7, and squeeze. All right. Bring the legs in. All right. Bring the knees into the chest, and you're going to hold it here for a moment. And we're going to extend one leg, and let's actually bring the hands behind the knee, and we're going to switch. And we're going to stay nice and tall, which forces our hip flexors to work very hard. 4. Nice and slow. 3. Woo. 2. Last one. All right. And we're going to come onto the floor. We're going to do toe taps, which I used to think were not hard, and then someone showed me how to do them the right way. And I was like, oh, these are really hard. Okay, so first, you're going to bring your knees directly above your hips, and you're going to zip it up and really hold your core very strong. I want you to put your hands on your low abdominals, and I want you to keep them there as a reminder to pull in. And you're going to bring one leg down without arching your back. You're going to come down and touch the floor, and then you're going to bring it back up. And I want you to really think, did I pooch out my belly? Did I like release? And you want to find the spot. We're going to do it on the other side. You're going to come down and hold, and then bring it back up. And now, wherever it was that you felt like you were arching your back or you were pooching out your abdominal muscles, that's the spot where I want you to stop so that you can control it. So the leg out. Wherever you feel like you lose control is where you're going to hang out right before that spot, and then you're going to come up. Other side, down, only as far as you can maintain your form. Down and up and down for 2 and up. Keep that back pressing into the floor. Keep the core engaged. Keep pulling it in for 2 and up for 2. One more each side. Down for 2. Keep that core in. If you want to bring your hands to the floor to kind of help get a little bit of control, you can. And now we're going to drop both legs down, but not very far. Down and up and down and up. 2 more. Do not let your core go anywhere. Down, and also relax your neck because it's not helping. Even if your body thinks it will help to tense the neck, it won't. All right, back up. Last one. We're going to hold for 5, bring it down. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into the chest. And grab behind the legs, rock up, forward fold. All right, so one more for our obliques. Okay. So you're going to, ooh, that got me. Back, and your hands are going to be overlapped, and you're going to physically touch the floor, come through center, and you're going to physically touch the floor on the other side. And the goal is to stay far enough back that you're really challenging your core. So bring it back, and here we go. We're going to touch through center, touch through center, touch through center, touch through center, touch. And you want to be rotating from as low as possible, so not just doing this, but making it so that your arms are an extension of your chest versus them reaching past it. 10, a little faster, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ha. Forward fold. Very nice. Okay. You can put your props away. And if you want to throw on a belt, you can. And then we will get into our dancing.